went to IGN's channel to watch this, and they had like almost 5 hours of stream that I had to go through. And then when I was watching it, like the quality was like fucking horrible because it's like a fucking VOD of a stream of a stream. So I just found this one. And it's like much more to the point, which is preferable.
Yeah, the few streams I didn't watch them, but that I had seen people do were about an hour. So I assumed there was some, beginning and ending bits to that then.
Yeah, there typically is. That should be fun. All right, now we wait a little bit. Let's see if anyone shows up. Whew, I'm fucking tired today.
I feel pretty all right.
I didn't get any sleep last night because animals were getting fucking wild. Surprised how short this stream was. Could have sworn I saw it was an hour long. But even on the IGN stream, they were talking about how it was only like a 35-minute stream coming up. So it kind of gave me the info I needed. Why is the auto set to that? That's interesting. Very interesting. Uh-oh. Let's see. We'll go there. That should be fine. And
Nope, you broke it.
did I?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, no. Should be fine. Ow, ow, ow. I'm hoping to see Dragon's Dogma 2, but I know we're not going to see that.
I also know we're not going to see that.
Yeah. I would have saw it because I did not use a whole lot of discretion today when it came to this because I didn't even know if this was going to be worth watching. But once I got enough info, I made the decision. So with that, we'll just get this started. Anybody can hop in later or anybody here, welcome. We're going to be watching the Capcom Showcase 2022 that happened earlier today. My name's Seth. This is Chevy. And yeah, hopefully you're doing well, Chevy. I am doing well myself, but I am tired as fuck, so my energy's a little low. But I'm really excited to watch the Capcom Showcase. Typically, we talk about... hey, mans. What's up, Ryder? Just on time. Typically, we talk about... Because we try to go into these as blind as possible, especially the bigger events. What we saw, I pretty much know everything that was shown. I just haven't seen any of it. So I don't know the details, but like I was saying earlier, I needed to evaluate if this was even worth watching or not. I didn't know if they're just going to have like a Street Fighter 6 showcase or something. So I don't think I'll be surprised by games shown, but I may be surprised by maybe features that they might talk about. I have no idea. I don't know the details of the show. I just know, the games they show, but they've been kind of like open about all those already because they've been building up towards this for like a week now. So with all their games, Street Fighter 6 was shown already. Resident Evil 4 Remake's already been shown. We know that they're adding new DLC to Resident Evil Village, which I would like to see more info on that. So hopefully we do. And then Exo Primal, I'm assuming we're going to see. Pretty sure they showed it, but I don't know what they showed. So I would like to know more about that game. How'd you fare today? Did you try to avoid anything? And what are you hoping to see?
I don't really follow a lot of gaming stuff on Twitter anymore, so
Good.
I don't generally get too much spoiled for me, but I did in one of the Discord channels I'm in get some, not like info, but I know that you were going to see Monster Hunter, so...
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a given. I mean, it's coming out, so they're definitely going to let people know, hey, remember, this is coming out soon. Get ready to buy it.
And then with them like giving out so much Street Fighter information, I assume that'll be here. And I'm pretty sure there's... I think I saw someone on Twitter say something about them saving Dragon's Dogma for later.
I know there's an event coming up. I think it's like the something anniversary.
It's an anniversary, and I think they're doing it the same day as the Final Fantasy 25th anniversary, which I don't think is good timing, but whatever.
It'd be crazy if both had huge announcements
On the same day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely watch those if that is the case.
Yeah, but other than that, I have no idea. So
yeah, I'm excited to see more Street Fighter 6. I am definitely interested in it. Anybody who watches regularly already knows I'm not a big Street Fighter guy. I like Soul Calibur, Tekken, that kind of thing. Guilty Gear, but with every new iteration of Street Fighter, it seems like it's a big event in gaming. So I feel like it's something that everyone should maybe be looking at. And from what I've seen so far, it is looking like a much bigger step than 5 from 4. So I am more interested in that regard. It seems like it's going to be a feature-rich game. It seems like graphically it's a pretty big jump. Especially if you look at the character models from 4 to 5, there's definitely a graphical increase, but on design, they're pretty much almost the same thing, just slightly different. And so in this, it seems like a pretty big difference. So definitely curious about that. Monster Hunter, I'm not to sound like I'm not interested. I'm already sold on it, so I don't really need to see more on it. I need to play Rise more, which I plan on doing soon, but I haven't done it. And I already said my piece on Resident Evil and everything else. I'm definitely interested in seeing that. So, yeah. Anything else you want to say?
I don't think I really have much else to say.
Yeah. This is a 35-minute video, so it's not that long. So we'll definitely be having a conversation during and after. And let's just get into it. Let's find out what Capcom is bringing to the table for their showcase. And quick reminder that we'll probably be doing more streams this week if anything else pops up. So stay tuned to Tasty Loot Gaming, of course. All right. We're going to start this in 3, 2, 1, and go. Let me know if the audio is good or not, if we need to turn something up or down. I already did an audio check, but things happen. So, all right, let's go. That was fucking crazy sounding.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Welcome to the Capcom Showcase, where we'll share exciting new updates on our upcoming games. We have some surprises in store and hope you enjoy the show. Let's begin.
Let's go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto, producer of the Monster Hunter series.
Thought that was his voice
Thank
for a
you for
second.
tuning in to today's Capcom Showcase. We're excited.
Always
to bring
out
you
here at the
latest
wildest
info on
hours. You
Monster
talking about
Hunter
us or
Rise
you?
Sunbreak, which will
Because
finally be released
we always
at the
do
end of
ours
this month.
pretty late. Also, what's up, Zen?
To kick
Zagato?
things
Been a
off,
while.
We've got a brand new trailer to show you. Let's take a look.
World premiere. Oof, I feel like I've betrayed myself. I haven't played this one enough.
Fortunately, it's been long enough that when they do the combat changes, I'm going to have to replay anyways. So.
Yeah. Broke my finger recently, but I'm about to head to bed. Alright, well, it's good seeing you. Hopefully your finger's alright. Hopefully it's healing up good. A lot of cool monster stuff this event. Definitely looking forward to it. Although, I've said a million times, I have not played Rise as much as I would have liked to. And I need to play more so I can be excited for this. This is like fucking crazy.
How'd you like this? You look like you still got that fire inside you, old galleus.
You do as well, good elder. What do you say? Full steam ahead.
Take this!
Damn. He doesn't even fucking care. there a lot of like voice acting when you're fighting shit?
It's been a while
Right.
since I actually turned the game on. I played it a lot when it first came out.
Or is that just a Sunbreak thing, maybe?
Could just be trailers. So.
Yeah.
They showed quite a bit there, though.
Yeah, definitely. Just out of my my element.
First, let me introduce a returning locale. The jungle area that debuted in the second generation of Monster Hunter
Looked
games
familiar.
is back in Sunbreak. You'll notice that the jungle's appearance changes over time. It's a nostalgic area that both veteran hunters and new players are sure to enjoy. And of course, we've updated the jungle with new elements and endemic life specifically for its return in Sunbreak. Longtime fans can look forward to exploring the devastated ruins around the coastal area. From the Monster Hunter Frontier series comes Espinas. Espinas means thorns in Spanish. As the name implies, thorny
Espinas.
scales cover its body. Normally, Espinas enjoys a quiet life and sleeps
I'm not even
peacefully,
familiar with that
but
one.
when it senses danger nearby, it explodes into a violent rampage. Even though it
Even
can
if I
seem
saw it in the
docile,
past, I wouldn't
Espinas
even
has a
remember.
two-faced
My brain
nature
don't
that
work
can
that
be
way, so.
extremely
Yeah.
dangerous.
There's
The
so many
flagship
fucking
monster
monsters
of
too.
Monster
It's like
Hunter
hard to keep
4,
up with all of them.
Gormagala is back.
Except for all like the standard ones. that everybody
Gormagala
knows.
is a sightless creature with black scales and sensitive wing membranes used to sense the presence of prey. As Gormagala's sensing ability increases, its two horns change form and it enters the frenzy state. While in a frenzy state, it gets so powerful that the ground beneath begins to
Definitely
break,
cool looking.
and it uses its huge claws as an anchor during powerful attacks.
Yeah, its wings are interesting.
In addition, the trailer also shows the Daimyo Hermitar, and the Pyrorachnikadaki
Crab.
subspecies, which adds explosive elements, makes its fiery debut. There are still more monsters that have yet to be revealed, so stay tuned for more Sunbreak announcements in the future.
They're fucking adding a lot to this.
There's one more thing I want to share
I
with you
mean-
all, so please watch the following video.
I've already forgotten the name, Icebreak or whatever it was called. That was the whole game all over again, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I imagine this will be the same.
Which is interesting. They're bringing back a lot of stuff from prior Monster Hunters. Shadow Quest. That was super tough fucking quest, dude.
A free demo for Monster Hunter
that I
Rise
need a demo.
Sunbreak is coming
Yeah.
to both Nintendo Switch
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it
and
no matter
Steam.
what, so.
The demo will be available to download as shown. In the jungle locale introduced today, you'll be able to take on Astalos. The new Switch skill swap system as well as new Silkbind attacks will be available for play. We'll have a few tutorial quests available for new players that will teach you the basic mechanics and moves. After mastering the basics, you'll be ready to take on other monsters in the demo to test your skills. For veteran hunters, an advanced quest will also be available where you can take on an extra challenging version of Sunbreak's flagship monster, Malzeno. The demo supports multiplayer for up to 4 players, and there's no
Sick.
limit to the number of times you can attempt quests. Get an early taste of Sunbreak
Wasn't
action
there
with this free
one
demo. You can download
demo
it
that
from
had
the
like a
Nintendo
timed
eShop and
a
Steam
time
store
amount
page.
or like limit or something like that?
Also, we would like for you to keep 2 things in mind.
I'm glad to
when
see that they're
purchasing
releasing
Monster
that.
Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
At least the demo on
So you
both
will be
platforms at
able
the
to
same
enjoy all
time.
the added
Yeah.
contents.
This like layered release thing they've been doing with it, it's been
Fucking
not great.
stupid.
Yeah.
Following Sunbreak's release, we plan to release a number of free title updates. Please enjoy this quick video preview of what's on the way.
Okay.
Our first title update scheduled for August
I hate
2022.
pretty much every
We'll add Lucent
monster that's
Nargacuga.
shaped like that because usually it
that,
zips around.
Yeah.
This monster
I
will
fucking
be a
love
part
him.
of the first free title update to come to Sunbreak post-launch. In addition to the Lucent Nargacuga, we're also adding a new area, the iconic Forlorn Arena. With future title updates, we plan on including additional monsters, variants, and more. Our title update release schedule is as follows. The second title update is planned for a fall 2022 release. The third title update will come in winter 2022. And there's more to come in 2023.
Man, I'm glad they're supporting
Each
it.
title update will include additional monsters and other elements. We hope you'll check
I
them
mean,
out.
between World just attracting a larger audience anyways, and then them actually making PC version, I'm sure they have a crap ton of people playing it now.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak will be released worldwide on June 30th, 2022.
It's just so weird, given how recent
Digital pre-orders for Sunbreak
it's like
are now available
popularity
on
has
both
become.
Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Because I still remember, like,
Pre-orders will also
for the most
receive
part,
a
Monster
special
Hunter's always been like a
bonus
niche
Palamute
game
and
until
Palico layered armor
World.
set. We're planning on keeping you updated with more information soon. Please visit the official website and follow Monster Hunter social channels for more info. That wraps up our news for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I
Enjoy
got
the rest
vacation
of the
coming up soon.
Capcom
I'm
showcase.
hoping to maybe sit down and play Rise and get through it. You said it was
Now we
pretty
will
short.
present The Capcom
Yeah.
Spotlight Corner.
I feel like World though, you could get through like the main content pretty quick.
Wonder if
Street
it's anything
Fighter
like
6
World, they'll give
coming
you
soon. The next generation of Street Fighter is currently in development and has
Armor.
something fun
Get
for
into the
everyone
expansion
to
quicker.
enjoy. Fan
Yeah, I don't
favorites
wanna use that,
Ryu
though.
and Chun-Li will be heating up the battle stage right alongside some of the newest fighters, Luke and Jamie. With breathtaking new visuals, unleash unprecedented battles with the all-new battle system. Street Fighter 6 reimagines the fighting game experience with new modes that will allow you to experience the Street Fighter universe. What awaits you in this game? Look forward to our next announcement later this year.
What? Is that it?
Celebrating the 35th anniversary of the Street Fighter franchise, the Capcom Fighting Collection will be released later this month. Included
that?
is the first ever release of Red Earth outside of
I think
arcades,
it's a collection of old
Hyper Street
fighters,
Fighter
yeah.
2, 5 Darkstalkers titles, and more. 10 of the best fighting games from the
That's
arcade
fucking
era
cool.
are included in one package. All of the titles included will be playable online. So play a
Oh,
match
interesting.
against your friends.
You give them online.
Or fight online against new challengers.
That's fucking dope. I can't believe they're
Enjoy
just
a
now
full
doing this.
range of online matches. Capcom Fighting Collection will launch on June 24th, 2022. Pre-orders are available now. Please visit the official website for more information.
And that's gonna be on everything. Cool.
Play the games you loved again. Capcom Arcade
Sure.
Stadium has expanded. Capcom Arcade Second Stadium coming July 22nd, 2022.
I didn't know there was a first one.
Saturday Night Slam Masters, Magic
yeah.
Sword, Black Tiger, Eco Fighters, and more, combined for a total of 32 arcade titles. In
Damn.
addition to a bundle that features all 32 titles,
Street Fighter
each title
offering.
is available for individual purchase and features, with lots of quality of life options. All players will
When did Street
receive
Fighter Alpha come
Sun
out
for
on
free
PlayStation?
when downloading the base game. The
Super
bundle featuring all
Nintendo?
32 titles is available for pre-order now.
No,
It's been so long, I don't even
Frame
fucking
set
remember.
one
See, I don't
is a
know
bonus
either.
For pre-ordering. To celebrate, get the Capcom Arcade Stadium title Street Fighter 2: The World Warrior. Free for a limited time.
The one everybody.
We hope you try out the Capcom Arcade Stadium.
Turbo
as well.
Edition, dude. Sega Genesis.
Next up is an update on Capcom's new
you go.
team-based action game.
Oh
Exoprimal.
yeah. I just want to know what the fuck this game is.
Hi everyone, I'm Takuto
Oh,
Hiraoka,
boy.
director of
I
Exoprimal.
do think it's funny that when they showed this, the amount of people who are like, I'd play that.
That includes lots of gameplay. Let's take a look.
I am the artificial intelligence, Leviathan.
Cool.
Your personnel data indicates you are a
Very
suitable
nice
specimen
shirt.
to join an ongoing experiment. Under my supervision, Ideas Corp conducts its most important research here. Welcome to Bikitoa Island. You have been selected for a live combat test. The first team to
compression on this
complete
video,
their
shit.
assignment wins. My archives encompass exhaustive
That
records
damn.
of
Insane
human
amount.
history. These annals are riddled with errors and institutional bias. Your species is susceptible to mass
Look at all the
delusion.
fucking guns on him.
Fascinating. Humans dread the other. You seek to evolve, yet you do not want to change. You tear down curtains, yet fear revelations. Even when what is revealed is of your own creation.
What's he talking about?
Combat data is required to
I don't
develop
know.
the
I
exosuit.
kind of tuned him
At
out already
Ideas, we're
because
always reaching for better. Always.
just,
Humanity
not well
resists
presented audio-wise.
quantification. An interesting variable. Within your behavior
Damn.
lies the answer. What is
Alpha
variable
striking the hell out of everything.
shall become fixed.
So you're fighting against other people?
Humans, fight and die for me. Carnage module online.
I'm just fucking pouring them out.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I call your attention to the unstoppable raptor horde. Calculating chance of employee retention. Chance calculated at 8.7%.
That's
What?
weird.
You can't even comprehend what the fuck's happening in front of you. It's just like water.
A more
I thought they're just in a
crucial
fucking
combat
tornado.
experiment is called for. You will now witness a small fragment of the war game.
You need to keep fighting until we can figure out how to destroy the Leviathan.
Can we get an explanation on the game, please?
No,
Because I don't even know what the hell I just saw.
you shoot dinosaurs.
I see that, but like fucking
worry
when they're
about
like flowing down the street like water is fucking ridiculous.
We hope you enjoyed the trailer. Now, I will get into more detail about the game.
Thank you.
Developed by Ideas Corporation, Leviathan is a next-gen AI that guides players throughout Exoprimal via voice navigation and augmented reality displays. Leviathan appears before players as a massive human-like figure, or as a surveillance drone called a Watcher. The trailer shows Leviathan unleashing hordes of dinosaurs. Players will battle these dinosaurs after being forced into Leviathan's infinitely repeating war games. Why is Leviathan bringing dinosaurs into our world? And why is Leviathan repeating these war games?
That's
Solve the mystery
They're just
by playing the main
attacking
game
that
mode,
airplane.
Dino Survival. Let me provide a brief gameplay introduction. Exoprimal is a team-based action game. In Dino Survival, 2 squads of 5 race to complete objectives. Teams must follow Leviathan's directives and complete the mission before their rivals to win. These directives will
Interesting.
feature a dynamic mix of missions. In fact, we just saw some in the latest trailer. There's Dinosaur Cull, where teams must eliminate a specific dinosaur. In VTOL Defense, teams protect a grounded aircraft from dinosaur onslaughts. In Data Key Security, teams
It's
escort
interesting. I didn't
valuable
realize this was
assets
going to
to its
be a
destination.
team versus
Destroy
team
targets in
game.
Omega Charge with the powerful Omega Hammer. In Energy Taker,
Yeah,
teams
hopefully
compete
that's not
to
the
collect
only
the
mode.
most energy.
'cause
Hopefully not, because what's all the fucking
You
cutscenes
also
for
saw a
then?
glimpse of a strange
Oh,
and
so if
terrifying
it's
creature known as a
5v5, I'm not
Neo-Tyrannosaurus.
interested.
While there are situations where you
I mean, I'm
directly
definitely
engage
interested. It's
enemy
not what
players,
not what I assumed
there
it's
are
going to
other
be.
times where you band together with rivals to take down a major foe. This variety of missions will keep players on their toes. In Dino Survival, the missions change based on players' progression through the game. The experience will be different every time you play, even in matches with familiar surroundings and objectives. By playing Dino Survival, you will unlock story sequences and also earn rewards such as experience points to increase your player and exosuit levels. will provide more details.
I feel like when
about
working
this
on engine
at a
stuff over
later
at
date.
Capcom, someone was just able
that
to
we detailed
generate a
Dino
lot of
Survival,
dinosaurs
let's
on
move on
screen
to
at once.
exosuits.
Maybe because they're getting ready to do like a Dino Crisis
showed
or
2
whatever.
new exosuits
And then they're
today.
like, oh, that's funny. Look at all those dinosaurs just flying in. And they're like, oh, bring in like a mech
Mirage
suit.
is
Start
an
shooting at them. And
assault
then they're
role
like, well, let's just make that into a
It
game.
uses explosives to set areas
With a
ablaze
ton
and
of different
bombards
mech
enemies
suits,
with
apparently.
ricochet grenades. Vigilant is also an assault role exosuit. It wields a destructive railgun to snipe from long range. We have even more exosuits to share with you in the future, so look forward to upcoming announcements.
Okay,
We
so
have one
I would
last
definitely play
announcement
this
for
game,
today.
but the only thing that freaks me out about it, I'm very freaked out, I'm very scared, is there won't be enough content. Not enough things to keep coming back.
Welcome.
I don't know how much I can just keep shooting at like huge hordes of dinosaurs over
We're
and over
conducting
again
a closed network test for Exoprimal.
without like awesome
Players will be able to
gear
try the game
or
ahead
like,
of
you know,
release.
leveling up or something.
Well, they already said in the not the first
Help
mode,
us test
so
the
much,
game's
but
online
the
infrastructure
survival mode or whatever you would be
and make
you'd unlock
improvements
stuff
ahead of
here.
launch.
Sure, I just don't know what that means.
Sign up to participate today.
That could be like, you know, you can unlock like 5 things or fucking a bunch of stuff. And if it's a game where you're just shooting groups of dinosaurs, I would hope they have like a substantial amount of content.
That's all for today. We plan to release Exoprimal in 2023.
That
Until
gives
then,
them plenty of
keep
time
an
to
eye
work
our
on it.
website and social media. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, dude, no problem. No problem, dude. All right,
Next,
that was
we have
interesting.
a message about Dragon's Dogma, which recently celebrated its 10th anniversary.
I'm a little less excited about Exoprimal now, but I still want to play it. Telling you, dude, we need fucking Dragon's Dogma 2, and it needs to have at least 2-player co-op.
Hi everyone, I'm Hideaki Itsuno, game director at Capcom.
I hate that
A few
shirt.
weeks ago, we celebrated the 10th anniversary of Dragon's Dogma. Thanks to all of you for joining us in this celebration. The world of Dragon's Dogma has since spread to various different kinds of media, ranging from games such as Dragon's Dogma and the Dark Arisen expansion, to digital comics and a Netflix original animated
Nice
series.
shirt.
In the coming days, we will be releasing a video celebrating 10 years of Dragon's Dogma, talking about how and what Dragon's Dogma came to be. So whether you're a longtime fan or just curious about the series, we'll have something for you to enjoy. We hope you check it out. Once again, thank you all so much.
It'd be really weird if they have this event and they don't have anything to announce.
And now we have a bunch of updates from the Resident Evil franchise.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Damn,
Tsuyoshi Konda,
nice
the producer
shirt.
of Resident Evil Village. Thanks to all of our fans, Village
He's a
has sold
mad
over 6
scientist.
million units worldwide. Everyone on the team is incredibly happy to see so many people enjoy the game. Thank you for your support. The Resident Evil series continues to bring fun experiences to people around the world. We want longtime fans and people who are new to Resident Evil to enjoy this storied franchise. Let's start with this video.
I'm ready, dude.
Rose! It's all right, Rose. It's all right.
Spoiler alert, dude.
I can show you things even Chris doesn't know I can do.
Damn, dude.
I want to live a normal life.
Nice shirt. Capcom doing a fashion showcase under the surface. That's what this is really all about. They've already announced these games.
She's near death. Ew, something just moved on her hand. Shut up! What's going on?
we have a new little rabbit to pursue.
Why is Duke bringing some bullshit out? That's interesting. I wonder how it's gonna work.
Marking the target. It's showtime!
You get to play as them? That's fucking interesting. Third person mode. What?
Some people pick up the game.
Dude, I gotta play through this again in VR and fucking third person. I don't care about Reverse. Is Reverse out? Did that come out?
I have no idea what that is.
It's a mode where you run around and shoot each other, and you died, they died. That's it.
Resident Evil Village we
I
promised
played the
last
beta
year.
of it, and it was fucking boring.
We think this new experience
Essentially,
will
what
be worth the
happens when you
wait.
die is you're able to turn into a monster,
This
and then you go
DLC
kill the person who
includes
killed
three
you.
major features.
And then when you kill them, they
First,
turn into a
the
monster, and
third-person
then they
mode.
run. It's really fucking
Many
stupid.
people asked for this, and we were able to
Maybe it's
add it
better
into
now,
the
I don't
game.
know.
Now, you'll be able to see Ethan as he
That's
desperately fights for survival.
fucking dope, though.
Players that have already experienced Ethan's journey can enjoy the new perspective and animations too. The Mercenaries returns with additional orders in an arcade-style action game where focus has been put on the exhilarating feeling.
Apparently
of
you can play as the
defeating
tall vampire
relentless
lady.
odds of enemies. New stages are included.
It's called Mommy Milky mode.
Characters such as Chris Redfield and Heisenberg.
It's interesting he
Of
plays
course, Lady
Heisenberg.
Dimitrescu will be there too. We've really fueled this mode up. Enjoy looking down on your foes from over 9 feet above as Lady Dimitrescu slashes her enemies aside.
She's just throwing shit around.
The third edition is one you've surely been waiting for. An additional story, Shadows of Rose. Today, let me introduce just a bit of this story.
Rose, the beloved daughter of the main protagonist Ethan, is now a grown-up main character in this new story mode. In this sequel to the main story of Village, you can experience Rose's struggles with the terrifying powers she was born with. To break free of the curse of her powers, she enters the consciousness of the Megamycete. There, she meets a girl who looks just like her. In this mysterious realm of consciousness, time and space is warped beyond recognition. Rose is guided by a being who
So that
calls
just gives them the
himself
excuse to do whatever the
Michael,
fuck they
who might be
want.
of assistance with removing her powers.
Smart.
Shadows of Rose is set completely in a third-person perspective. In the realm of consciousness,
Apparently,
you won't
since that's what
only
they're doing
face
with,
creatures, but the world itself seems
all their
to be
games.
attacking you. Enjoy the horror of the world itself being your greatest enemy. How will Rose find freedom from her mysterious powers? The DLC for Resident Evil Village Winter's Expansion.
It's just interesting.
includes
It's
all
16
three
years
of these major
after.
additions.
So, like, if they
In
make another
addition,
Resident Evil, is that
Evil
gonna
Village Gold Edition,
take place
a
after
bundle
this,
of
or
Winter's Expansion with the base game
is it gonna
will
be in
released
between?
simultaneously. The release date is planned for October 28th, 2022. Resident Evil RE-Verse will also begin service on the same date, October 28th, 2022. We hope that you are looking forward to it.
I'm not, dude. I played it. It's not good.
How did you like that? Also, as already announced, we are working on making the main story of Village available on Mac so that even more people can enjoy Resident
yeah.
Evil.
Finally.
In addition, the main story of Village is planned to be playable on PlayStation VR 2.
Very
We're
cool.
working hard on bringing you the ultimate immersive experience worthy of next gen in Resident Evil Village. So look forward to future announcements. Up next, a game that was announced
God, there's a
just
couple
a
parts of
few
that game
days
I do
ago.
not want to experience in VR. Oh, yeah.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
Just the same trailers before.
Guess you, me, picked the wrongest spot to vacation, eh?
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Mm-hmm. Show me some new stuff.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain. Even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Very cool.
Hi, everyone. I'm Yasuhiro Anpo, director of Resident Evil 4.
And I'm Yoshiaki Hirabayashi, producer of Resident Evil 4. This title is a reimagining of Resident Evil 4, based on the original 2005 release. Similar to other titles in the series, we are carefully preserving what makes the original title special, while updating it with modern flourishes for everyone to enjoy when it launches in 2023. Today, we'll reintroduce a bit of the game's story.
Resident Evil 4 is set 6 years after the events in Raccoon City, depicted in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. The main character of the game, Leon S. Kennedy, survived the Raccoon City incident and was assigned as an agent directly under the President of the United States. Leon is dispatched to a quiet village in Europe as part of a mission to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the President. You might notice Leon is much more mature and fearless due to his past experiences. The Ganado, the main enemies of this game, wait for him.
That guy looks like he's waiting for
The experience of
somebody.
being attacked by hordes of crazed Ganado is truly an iconic moment from Resident Evil.
True.
In order to truly bring out the concept of terror of people controlled by madness, the Ganado have been completely redesigned.
Let's take a closer look at the game itself.
The over-the-shoulder camera returns, of course. Leon arrives at a dense and dangerous forest. We want to nail the feeling of loneliness and fear of not knowing what lies ahead, even more so than the original. Of course, there will also be thrilling battles. People that played the recent Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 should find this familiar. Look forward to future announcements.
I just hope it's a little
We'll have
more
more
like
information on
Resident
the
Evil 2
game.
remake and not
Resident
3
Evil
remake.
4 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Series S, and PC. The release date will be March 24th, 2023.
Sick.
We are aiming to create a Resident Evil 4 that everyone can enjoy, so please look forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Resident Evil 4, the Resident Evil 4 has little Resident Evil 4 for every Resident Evil 4. Can we move on? I think we are. I think we're moving on.
What did you think about the latest information on Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 4?
Sounds sick.
Both
Can't
games
wait.
are currently in development. For those that can't wait for the release, check out the following games.
Me? I don't know. I fucking hate it. It's so weird there's going to be Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake. And everybody wants Code Veronica or something after that, even 5, but I still think it'd be awesome if they made the original Resident Evil like these. And everybody's like, they already did a remake. Yeah, on GameCube. It's fucking, that's a long time ago.
And the reimagining of classic titles.
And that was an awesome remake too. I fucking love that game. But like, if they made a like original Resident Evil like this in this third person way, like the way they did Resident Evil 2 remake, it'd be fucking amazing.
Including support for 4K.
But I also love Resident Evil, the original one, I think more than the average person, because a lot of people's first Resident Evil was Resident Evil 2. My first one was Resident Evil, so I got like a lot of love for that game.
These titles are available for PlayStation 5.
Still remember the big ass PlayStation box that came in with the shadows on the walls and shit.
In addition, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One players can enjoy a free digital upgrade to current gen via the digital upgrade program and smart delivery.
So one complaint I have about this showcase so far is a lot of stuff they're showing is really fast. We're not getting a lot of details, then they're doing a lot of like advertising. Which is fine, they gotta sell shit, but I feel like I'm wasting my time hearing about Resident Evil 2, 3, and Biohazard.
Welcome to the family.
I hate that he said that.
Yeah, a lot of it is also like announcements with the end being, you know, more info later.
That wraps up today's show.
Yeah, a lot of it was
hope
just
you're
that,
as
which was like
excited as we
not
are
exciting.
about some of our upcoming games. Thank you to everyone, new and old fans alike, for tuning in.
Wasn't that great of a showcase, honestly. I think the Exoprimal part was probably the biggest part because they actually showed some gameplay to a game I didn't know much about, and I'm kind of glad they did tell us about it because that's not the game I thought it was going to be, and now I have a different way of looking at the game. I still want to play it, but it's not what I was hoping. We saw a little bit more of Resident Evil 4 Remake. I'm already sold on it, and unless you have like a legit trailer that shows like a substantial amount of gameplay, you know, I'm good. We didn't see that much Street Fighter 6. I saw more from people playing it.
They've been showing it all week though, so
yeah. But I just assume they show like they would be a little more descriptive. This is actually the least amount of Street Fighter 6 I've seen on any presentation, so it's really interesting. Exoprimal, like I said already, they showed quite a bit. Now I have a very clear image of what the game is. Definitely sounds like a game I would play for sure, but it doesn't sound like a game you would really play if there's no other modes. So that's a little discouraging. Dragon's Dogma 10th anniversary is just kind of like an IOU, like fucking, hey, come back later because we'll have something for you. There's something else in the showcase that felt like that as well. I don't remember what it was, but they're like, oh, we'll have more on this later. I don't remember what that was. Maybe it's Street Fighter. I don't know. It was I think it was the story mode campaign thing. They said they would have more on that later or something. They definitely showed up plenty of Monster Hunter, which I can't complain because I'm definitely wanting to play it, but it is right around the corner, and it's sadly out of like, you know, all the new stuff coming from Capcom, probably going to be the least exciting in terms of you know, new exciting things coming out. But it's definitely exciting if you're already, you know, ready to play it. And then yeah, the Resident Evil 2, 3, and Biohazard thing, which didn't do much for me. And then Resident Evil Village, which I'm excited for, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's really interesting that they're doing it like 16 years in the future DLC. They don't really got to hold themselves to that, I guess. But it's an interesting device, I guess they're using to tell a story with Rose after what happens to Ethan in Village. And then Mercenaries mode is getting Lady Dimitrescu, Heisenberg, and oh god, what the fuck is his name? Chris Redfield. Which is pretty cool. Not expected at all. Especially playing as Heisenberg and Lady Dimitrescu. That's actually pretty interesting. Then third person mode, which I think is really cool. Definitely not something I was expecting or even wanting, but I'll take it. I'll definitely play through it again in third person, especially if it feels similar to what they've been doing with like 2 remake and 3 remake. And then yeah, VR. VR sounds cool as well. So other than that, though, I mean, like, feels a little lackluster. Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, they showed stuff on Rise, which is cool. It just shows me some of the stuff I'm going to fight. As for what they showed, I'm sure it's a lot more exciting for people who like remember every single monster's name and stuff like that. I definitely do not. So, but I mean, I was gonna pick it up anyways. It is nice to see it though. And then a little bit of Street Fighter. Outside of that, most of the show was not for me because I don't care about Resident Evil at all. And Exoprimal is a neat idea, but they still haven't really talked about it. So
yeah, and it's coming out next year, which is still pretty far out for a game that they have shown off a couple times now already. Pretty vague wise, like they haven't really said a whole lot. We did get an example of it. It's going to be a 5v5 game, or at least that mode. But it sounds like the game itself, considering they said that you're going to be getting story cutscenes from playing that mode. So it kind of sounds like that is the game. And I wonder if they're going the same route as like PlayStation, in the sense of like Capcom's maybe like, we need an online game. We need like a multiplayer game that people are going to keep playing.
Well, yeah, one mode.
Outside of like Monster Hunter. Maybe they want like a versus game or something. So I don't know. I don't know what the plan is for that, but definitely not what I was expecting, but I'll definitely play it probably. And yeah, definitely wasn't for you. Definitely didn't have a whole lot, so that kind of sucks, especially with how quick they went through it. Yeah, overall, the games I saw that were on here are pretty much all games I'm excited for, but I think this was not handled that well. It was kind of a sloppy showcase. It felt kind of rushed, and it felt like a great excuse to advertise Sunbreak coming out very soon, which is all fine. But I was hoping for way more. I actually kind of wanted a bigger breakdown of Street Fighter 6. I've gotten a little bit here and there on different things, but I thought we're going to get it here, and we didn't. So overall, I think I would give this presentation, I think I'd give it a C. I like the games they showed, but I didn't like what they showed of them, and I don't think they did a good job on the time that they had presenting them. So it's a passable showcase, but not very memorable. It's definitely the weakest one I've seen so far. So, but yeah, I like mostly all the stuff they showed for Village, though. Really excited for that. What would you grade it?
I don't know. I'd probably give it a C+. And that's mostly because they showed Monster Hunter. So
yeah.
I don't know. It was quick, which is a good and bad thing, depending on how you look at it. It's good just because obviously it wasn't a huge time investment to watch it, and I do think they did show off quite a bit. They just did spend some chunks here and there unnecessarily, talking about things that we didn't necessarily need, but they did cover a few things, and outside of the half the show being Resident Evil, I thought the pacing was pretty all right. So
yeah, I actually liked that it was a shorter showcase. Kind of excited, like, they're just going to be in and out quick with a lot of stuff, but I feel like the way the time was managed was mostly Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, with a couple things in there of like, we'll tell you about this later, don't worry about it. So that's why I'm giving it the C, is like, passable. There's some cool stuff, but they could have done it better. So, but C+, that makes sense. I almost gave it that as well, but did not. And yeah, overall it's okay. All right, so we'll hang out for a second in case anybody else has anything to say. I don't think we're gonna get a whole lot though. Not a whole lot of people are here. I don't think this is as exciting as the Xbox showcase. I am really blown away by the conversation around Starfield. So definitely that's what's on people's minds right now. Have you been following that at all?
Haven't seen a thing on it.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, on Twitter and TikTok, all I see is everyone's comparing it to No Man's Sky. That's like the greater conversation. And now people are comparing it to Star Citizen. And then some people are calling it the Star Citizen Killer, which I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck you're getting that from. And I am definitely on Hello Games side more than Bethesda. But I think a lot of the comparisons that are being made, I like am finding myself defending Starfield, a game I'm not even that hyped for. Because I think it's almost unfair the way people are just going like, oh, it just ripped off No Man's Sky. I'm like, I get where you come from in some ways, but there's a lot of things you're not putting into factor as well. Like that this is a Bethesda RPG and No Man's Sky is definitely not that. So it's been really interesting to see the greater conversation around Starfield. And that's being turned into like a console war thing as well, but that's all boring shit.
That's Twitter in general.
Yeah. I keep seeing people going like, only people who are upset about Starfield are PlayStation fans, and I'm like, what about the people on PC who are all like disappointed with it as well? Like, you're not accounting for them, so it's a weird excuse.
Yeah, I'll say those just people poking sticks at each other. Pretty much, I don't.
Pretty much, yeah.
Honestly, just don't care.
That's all it is. It's just bizarre because I'm like, either celebrate the game or like don't play it if you don't like it. But yeah, there's an interesting conversation around it. I'd like to get excited for Starfield, but there are just red flags, both the studio behind it and the ambition, in my opinion. Yeah, and that conversation's completely valid. It's just when it just gets to they're just ripping off No Man's Sky, I'm like, that's such a boring conversation. Like, let's get to the details of what you mean by that. But like, and that's the conflicting thing for me is like when people are like, well, the people making it, and I'm like, dude, you don't gotta tell me, man. Like, I'm on that team. Like, I have my reservations as well. But and like the whole 1,000 planet thing, yeah, that's a bit much to fucking bite and chew. Like, I don't know why anybody would need to go to 1,000 planets.
I mean, it's no different than what game was that was coming out that was it not Dead Island, same people.
Dying Light?
Yes. Dying Light 2, having this massive like time sink that you could do but didn't have to. It sounds the same to me. So where you could probably just do the game without going to 1,000 planets. Like,
oh no, you could definitely do that, but using that as like a talking point or whatever, it's the main concern from people, and I understand where they're coming from, and I actually think this will be the case, is that if you are making 1,000 planets to be able to say we have 1,000 planets, there is a very good likelihood that they are not they're spreading themselves too thin across too big of a project, essentially. And so a lot of that content will not be worth it. So it like for me, I'm not even talking about Starfield. If you're gonna make a game with multiple planets, I'd rather like 3 super detailed planets than like 100 mediocre planets or 1,000 planets that could be like procedurally generated to the point where like one's just like, the moon with nothing on it. One like, and I don't know, it's still speculation. I'm just trying to add context to the argument of like why 1,000 planets is concerning to people versus like you could put 500 hours into this game. And I get where you're coming from as well. I'm just saying, I think people are more so worried about that ambition and that talking point could hurt the game in terms of where they're prioritizing the production, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't have any faith in the project to begin with, so I guess I don't have any of these concerns.
That's why, like me, like talking about it with people so far in like the last day has been really hard because like I'm not even trying to fucking defend the game or even shit on it. I'm like really just over here going like, I don't have much faith in it, but it'd be cool if it's a cool game. Mm-hmm. It's definitely got some cool ideas, but then like people are like really adamant about certain things about the game, and I'm just like, I'm maybe the wrong person, but I'm definitely observing the conversation because I do that with everything. But Redder says they need to implement a much advanced version of the Radiant Quest system from Skyrim or some time sync gameplay features that you can engage in even when doing nothing in the barren waste. Not sure about how they'll pull it off, not being feature creep otherwise. Yeah, and it's too hard to tell. My biggest thing is I need to see like raw gameplay, unedited raw gameplay before I can give you a strong opinion. Because from what we saw, I saw good, I saw bad, and neither of it was strong enough to really sway my opinion. Other than it's better than I expected, but I expected pretty fucking minimal. So take that as you will. But it's just been amazing seeing how the conversation for this game. Here I am thinking, like, you know, back when I was like, Skyrim's okay, but like I think Morrowind's a much better game, and everybody's like celebrating Skyrim, going crazy. We bought it a million times, and then Fallout 4 happened. It seemed like there was a mix of like people who didn't like it, people who did like it. Then 76 came out, and a bunch of people just did not like it. Some people bought it because they're like, no way, it has to be good. And then they played it and they didn't like it. Apparently it's pretty cool now. I don't know. But I'm still in the mindset that like people fucking are like blindly defending Bethesda no matter what. And so the reaction to Starfield for me so far has been very interesting because it's been almost completely negative. If I'm talking about like the complete whole of the conversation, it's been really weird to watch. I didn't realize the gaming community was that far off on that. So not that we need to sit here and talk about Starfield too much longer, but I kind of feel like 1,000 planets to be foundations for online play, but I mean, Starfield looked better than I expected. Plus, the modding potential could be through the roof. Yeah, I mean, modding potential definitely. All Bethesda games seem to be pretty easily moddable, and people definitely do it. So that game will probably get a lot of interesting features thrown into it. As for online play, if they reveal that, it would make a lot of sense. If they don't, I would more so expect that because Bethesda really doesn't do a whole lot of online play stuff outside of Fallout 76. So that would be interesting. I just think the idea of 1,000 planets in a space game by yourself, hopefully at least you can bring companions with you, which I assume they will do because that's a pretty big staple in Bethesda games. So yeah. All right, well, we're going to close this out in about 2 minutes. Then we're going to have an hour stream all around. So while that happens, get your thoughts in chat. We'll talk for another like 2 minutes, and I'll let you guys know. We got more streams coming up this week, most likely, as long as there's things that come out worth watching, like we did today with this. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this after the fact. Thank you for hanging out, Ryder, and anybody else who watched. Thank you, Chevy, for suffering through this. And yeah, it was a short and sweet stream. Hopefully we get a better one soon. Make sure to go check out our Xbox one if you're curious about our thoughts on that. We have a large conversation about the whole thing, but a lot of Starfield discussion on that one. I thought we had a really good and productive conversation, and it was a lot of fun. So check out that episode in full. It's up right now on YouTube, wherever you're watching this at. And we also did, you didn't, but Summer Game Fest. Me and Sarah did that, so check that out as well. If you're curious about what we thought of The Last of Us remake, because that's pretty much the only thing anyone talks about from that show. And yeah, we'll have a Tasty Cast at some point. I'm not really too in a rush to get one out right now, though, because I feel like we're doing more content than we typically do. So
yeah, I haven't played anything, so
yeah, it'd be kind of a boring what we've been playing. Yeah, and I've essentially just playing ESO lately. So all right, take it easy. Catch you later. All right, Ryder, we will talk to you soon, I'm sure, and catch you on the next stream or the next episode. And yeah, that's gonna do it though for this TLG Reacts Live. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for further episodes, and yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.